Hello traders. Today I'm going to explain about how to place a stop loss in Pi. Um, it's a very simple term that everybody knows that is a stop loss, right? Um, so it's an order for you to place. It's an order that you place so that you can limit the losses, whatever losses you perceive that can happen in your existing trade. You want to limit the loss. That's why you want to place a stop loss, right? So if your existing trade is a buy order and the stop loss that you're placing for the existing buy order, we call the stop loss as a selling stop loss. And second thing is, if at all you're doing a short sell, so if you're doing a short sell at 3000 375 or 3380 as per this example of crude oil, um, you're placing a stop loss. The stop loss that we place for an existing short selling order, we call it as a buying stop loss. Right. So let me take an example of placing a stop loss for the existing buy order. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this and click on buy order. This is a crude oil April contract of in MCX, as you can see. Just click on buy order. It's up to you whether you want to buy at limit price or market price. Remember, this is the entry order. Alright, so say I'm placing a buy order at 3379 and product type will be normal, order type is limit, and I'm putting a price as 3379, and then I'll click on submit. It'll ask for confirmation, click on yes. Alright, this is the buy order. Now we want to place a stop loss for this. How do you place a stop loss in Pi? What you need to do is right click on the order, click on the sell order entry. Okay, you may ask why I should click on the sell order entry, because see, you have already bought it at around 3378. Now say you want to take a loss of maximum of 8 rupees. Okay, so by placing a stop loss at 3370, you're actually agreeing to sell at a lower price than the price that you have bought it at. What I mean to say is, you have bought the crude oil contract at 3378. Now if you put a stop loss at 3370, you're basically agreeing to sell the contract with the loss of 8 rupees, right? That's why we call it as selling stop loss. Now I'll click on sell order, and product type has to be same as a product type in which you have bought the contract earlier. If you can remember, we had initially bought the contract in NRML. Now I'm going to place a stop loss in same product type, which is NRML. In the order type, I'll find two things to place a stop loss. That is SL and SLM. Now first of all, I'll explain about SLM, how to place a SLM order. Just go to the order type, and this you select SLM. As and when I selected SLM, you could have easily observed that the price column becomes disabled and only trigger price column will be enabled. So what this means is that whatever you put as a trigger price, for example, I'm putting a trigger price as 3370. The analogy or the meaning of this is, as and when the price reaches 3370, your stop loss will get triggered at or around the same price. The reason for this is we are selecting a SLM. Okay, stop loss market. Stop loss market means the system will wait for just the trigger to happen, the trigger of 3370. Once the trigger of 3370 is reached, your stop loss will get triggered around the same price, because the system will send a market order to the exchange. Remember, in SLM what will happen is, once the trigger price is reached, the system will send a market order to the exchange. That's why we call it as a SLM order. Okay, so I click on submit. Then SLM order will be placed, and you can see that as a pending order in the order book. Now the thing with SLM is, if at all you have traded before, you would know that whenever you place a market order, there's a possibility that the price may increase or decrease abruptly. That is, right now the LTP is 3377. The price may suddenly fall to 65 also. It is possible, especially on the days whenever we have a crude oil inventory or such data. Those days you will find more volatility, right? Um, so these things can happen. So what you need to do is, in such cases, you may incur more losses, right? So what you need to do is, instead of selecting SLM, you have an option of selecting SL. In SL, as and when I selected SL, you can see price and trigger price, both the columns have become enabled. Now what the beauty of the SL order is that you can select a trigger price and a price. As a trader, this will help you in this following way. What happen in a SL order is, or a stop loss limit order is, as and when the trigger price of 3370 is reached, whatever you put in as a price, say it has to be always lesser than the trigger price. Okay, so let's say I'm putting a price of 3368. As and when the trigger price of 3370 is reached, the system will send a limit order to the exchange. A limit order at 3368 will be sent to the exchange. Okay, so the advantage of this SL order is, even if the price jumps from suddenly 3370 to 3360 also, your stop loss will be pending. Okay, because the best price will be 3368 being a seller. So even if the price jumps to 3360, the stop loss will be intact, it will not get triggered. So it's up to you what kind of SL, what kind of stop loss order you want to place, whether you want to place SLM or whether you want to place SL. It's up to you. But I would suggest this. So if at all you want to exit an order which you already have, it's better you use SLM order. But if you were to enter an order using a stop loss, which I am going to make it clear to you in a while, in such cases also you can use SL, not SLM. This is what I suggest to you. So the range of trigger price and price is up to you. What should be the range between trigger price and price, but it has to be sensible enough so that your requirements are fulfilled. Alright, you should be a bit smart enough in selecting the difference between trigger price and price. For crude oil, 2 rupees would be fine. For something like a base metal of like a lead or alumini, I don't think 2 rupees will be 2 rupees will be too much. That's what I believe, because in a day's trade, I don't think in general the price may range about 3 or 4 rupees. So it's better not to use 2 rupees for base metals. You can put around 30 paise or 40 paise. That would be fine. Now I also told you that you can use SL or SLM for entering an order. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to take another example so that you don't get confused with the existing example. Okay, so now I'm going to take, say, gold, and I'm removing crude oil from MarketWatch. Say crude oil is right now trading at gold right now it's trading at 29,468. Say your requirement is to short sell only when the price is below 29,468. 465. That's what your requirement is. Most of the traders do this mistake of clicking on sell order and putting limit, selecting limit here, and selecting the price as 29,465. This is a wrong move, because think yourself as a seller. So if at all the current price is 29,468 and you're putting a price as 29,465, exchange will give you the best price, that will be 29,468. So what you need to do is, instead of selecting limit here, you need to select SLM or SL. It's up to you what order type you want to select. If I were to do this trade, I would always select SL, because I don't want the trigger to happen abruptly. I want the trigger to happen only when the price is between a particular range. Only then I want the trigger to happen. So if I had to take this trade, I will select the trigger price as 29,465 and price maybe say I'll enter 29,458, 7 rupees for gold. So even here selecting the range between price and trigger price is a bit tricky. I just put a value of 7 rupees. Please be wise enough in selecting the trigger price and price. So this is a trade wherein the LTP was 29,468. Okay, right now it has changed. When we started this order form, price was 29,468 and I wanted to short sell when the price reached 29,465 and price of 29,458. Okay, I can submit this. What this will do is, once the trigger price of 29,465 is reached, a limit sell order will be sent at 29,458. That's what the order will do, and it will ensure that the order will get triggered only in this particular range. Alright, so this is a brief explanation on SL and SLM order types. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos.